Well, here we are again. I'm back with Bryce Holdaway, who was my TV co-host on Location Australia.
I thought I was your TV husband.
Oh, yes, my TV husband.
I tell everyone you're my TV wife, so it's only fair.
Lucky man, bigamist, haha. So how many times, though, did we get compared, and I think unfairly, with Kirsty and Phil?
A lot. Let's be honest, it was a lot, and fair enough too. I mean, we were standing on the shoulders of giants. They'd done all the hard yards. They had. Do you know? I think they'd done like 8 to 10 seasons before we got to have a go. So, I mean, we were
veterans.
and we were fortunate, right? So, what was interesting is I only discovered their show when they were sort of 5, 6, 7 seasons deep, right? I don't know how early you got onto it, Ronnie, but when you actually do get an opportunity to circle back to their first and second season, you go, oh, actually they were a bit rusty in the early days too, you know. But so our chapter 1 was being compared with their chapter 10. So, but fair enough, that's life. We took it on the chin, right? But it was certainly fair enough. We got our fair share of comparisons.
Absolutely. I think though, I did love the show. I could no longer watch their show though after we started making it. I think I was sort of a bit spoiled. I knew what was going on in the background, i.e. what it takes to make one of those shows. And the other thing that, so I get asked a lot, particularly by clients, when they're just about to sign up with us, they want to know, well, how long does it take before we actually present 3 or 4 properties to them for them to make a choice from? And I think that's the biggest reality check for most people, to realize that it's really hard to find 3, even 2 properties to show in the same time frame to a client that actually suits their requirements. So how challenging when you've got a camera on you and these people are reacting quite often quite badly.
Exactly, and what's important is in that first season when we were trying to learn get our feet under the table. It was I don't want to break too much of the television magic, Ronnie, but let's just say you and I don't get involved in the property selection until right at the very pointy end, and then you have a discussion with a producer that says. This is their brief here, and this property is not even close to that brief. But the producer looks at you and goes, yeah, but you're not seeing the big picture. There is amazing pretty pictures that we can take of the view in this property. It's like, yeah, but it's my credibility here. So there was some interesting. I remember they showed us a property that we jumped in, and we had to encourage the clients that it was worthwhile to look in it. It was steep. It was on a major road. They had young kids and they wanted a flat block. I'm like, this.
I think I remember that one. That was in the first series, wasn't it? Up in Palm Beach.
Correct. Exactly. You definitely remember it. So I'm looking at you going, Ronnie, help me out here. But that was in the early days. Everyone was finding their feet. Towards the end of the season 2, 3, and 4, we obviously got to have our input in that and help them. But you're right. Getting 4 properties to line up in a set week when someone has taken time off, where we've got to be able to show them, and then if you think about the fact that not only do we have to ask to film it, but we've got to the real estate agent then has to go back to the vendor and say, so there's someone who wants to look through it with 2 cameramen, a soundy, 2 contributors, 2 hosts, like cast of thousands, and
take 4 hours.
For the world's longest open for inspection. So. But no, I mean, we are.
And how excruciating is it when on the threshold you open the door and you can see on their faces they hate it, and you've got 4 hours of filming.
And I'm like, oh, when's Veronica turning up? Do you remember that time I rang you? I was on the Sunshine Coast, and I said, Ronnie, when are you turning up? And you go, what do you mean? I said, where are you? You said, oh, I'm at Bondi Junction.
Looking for lights. With light shopping.
I'm at Bondi Junction looking for lights. And why is that, Bryce? I said, well, we're on the Sunshine Coast expecting you to turn up this afternoon for property number 3. Where are you? And you just got, oh, I've missed it. So, needless to say, you weren't in my side of the story on that episode.
I needed a PA, clearly. See, that's what happens when you renovate and film a show at the same time. Now, it's all a bit too challenging. Now, I know a lot of people ask us, when's the next series? I think we can be fairly safe to say there's probably not going to be another one of that, but you've graced our television screens of late. Hosting, well, when you say co-host, you've been host of your own segment of Escape from the City on the ABC. And we're going to come back and have a bit of a chat with you about what's happening out there in regional Australia and what's the attraction, and you might even share your own personal story.
Love to.